Let's welcome Faraz Vora of Jabs Burgers. In a short amount of time, Jabs Burgers has entered the crowded and competitive field of smashburgers in Austin, Texas, and literally ran wild, winning awards left and right, opening locations at Fairground, Rainey Street, Q2. You even won a mac and cheese competition. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't think you know how that's possible, or maybe you do. Faraz, thanks for joining. How are you?
Good, man. How's it going, dude? It's good catching up. I agree with you. I don't think winning the Mac and Cheese Festival was on our bucket list for this year, but, things happen.
But let's just start with the legend, and that's really grown in a short amount of time. Walk me through how Jabs Burgers came to be.
Yeah, man. Jabs Burger, really it's been since March that we really launched this concept. Fasi, who's the chef behind, he's also my brother, my partner, and the chef behind the brand. He's made burgers his entire life. Really, he's got three daughters. It's crazy. He's only 2 years older than me, but he's got 11-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And every birthday, every baby shower, every gender reveal, he would smash patties in the backyard. It's like your OG story of like all started in the backyard, but like it truly did. So we had no intentions of really turning this into a business. A lot of you guys probably know we come from a background in the Mediterranean food. We ran shawarma point for a long time. So we've been in hospitality with that brand and the Mighty Cone for a few years now. Burgers was something that he did for fun, and at times it turned into more of like our family texting him, be like, hey man, so like, are you planning on having another baby or something? Because we want to come over for some burgers.
Jeez, that's amazing. Will you please, it's not like, hey, can you make some burgers? Will you please spawn another human being so I can have a burger? That's a heck of an ask. Could you just run me through the menu? Because there's another element of the secret sauce, and we'll get to the actual sauce too, that I think is a key to your really phenomenal success in such a short amount of time. But just run down the menu for me, for us.
The menu is simple. You got your burger, have it single, double, triple, add a lettuce or tomato to it if you want. The thing that's really like distinguished us from the other people is like we add a little touch of real jalapeños to it, which I think the fans have really liked. It adds a different depth of flavor to everything that you're eating. So it makes it a perfect bite, really, with the jalapenos and the cheese. And we've kind of just kept it that way. I feel like there's one thing that's worked for us, and that's the menu for the audience, really.
My first time at Jabs, what's the burger I should get? How should I order it? What should I put on it?
Yeah, look, it's going to be the OG, right? It's a double patty, double cheese, comes with grilled jalapenos. I highly recommend you don't take those off. You've got the Martin's potato bun, our signature sauce that we should talk about. Pickles, double patty, double cheese, toasted bun on both sides.
So let's just talk about the pink sauce, because obviously, usually these things have some sort of version riff of ketchup and mayo and stuff like that, but your pink sauce is really, really solid. I know you're not going to give away the secrets, but how long did it take? How many versions did you have to come up with to nail that pink sauce? And what is one ingredient in there that might surprise someone if they were actually to look at that proprietary recipe?
Yeah, man. So believe it or not, I wish I had some photos here to pull up, but we started with 40 different squeeze bottles of sauces.
40?
And 40 different squeeze bottles of sauces. And one was like a really spicy version of it. One was like, the starter point, like a normal burger sauce. Then we had family, like a small family and friends that were coming over to Fussi's house literally every weekend. And all we did was we tasted patty with different sauces that he had coated, all of them. I think what we were looking for was we wanted to make sure that, number one, you can taste the sauce, right? Of course, you've got the meat, you've got the cheese, but a lot of places you go to, it's kind of like, it's a condiment. We wanted it to be more than a condiment, but obviously with smashed patty, you've got fat in that, and, you need something that's going to cut through that fat. So, we have to keep that in mind. And also, obviously, it can't be too spicy, it can't be too tangy, because then not everyone's going to want it.
I never thought I'd ever hear someone get to try 40 different burger sauces, ultimately eating 40 burgers. And it actually sounds like a lot of work, because I'm sure by the time you got to the last three, you're like, it's good enough. But clearly the success speaks volumes. Hot take, Are smash burgers played out?
No, man, I don't think so. I think that, I think you've seen that a lot of people still tend to say that smash burgers were a trend and then they were here. I mean, the smash burger trend's been there for a while, right?
Right.
But at the same time, you also had a lot of different trends, right? You had all kind of natural hot chickens.
Yeah.
And you had, so I think that the trend's been there, but I think what, and we talked about this, right? Fasi and I don't ever want to do anything that's just trendy because we know that's not sustainable. But we actually did a lot of research on this, and I think smash burgers are here to stay.
Faraz, thank you so much. Congrats on seriously all this success. And if you haven't figured it out by now, the hottest smash burger in town is Jabs. Thank you, Faraz.
Thank you, Ali.